Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take one of the head pins. What I'm going to do next is take one of the head pins and flatten that out a little bit more on the side. There, so that my thread can't come out at the end. At the end, I'm going to take my longest of the threads and put that one on a needle. And finishing this up, guys, that's just basically winging it. I'm going to... Oh, no. First, I'm going to take my longest thread and go down the seed bead, the bicone, and the seed bead. And then I'm going to go one up, and I'm going to take this head pin and I'm going to go around it a couple of times. So it's nice and tight. And yes, you will have some room left. You can try and pull that down a little bit more, but it's not important. I'm going to put this head pin, try and get that down there for a second. Put this head pin right here in the middle. Now it will have a little bit of a loop here, leftover thread. Just grab that, go in there, and just go around a couple of times through up the seed bead. And it doesn't have to be neat because it's going to not show. This part is not going to show. So, taking this down again. And if you can go through that loop one more time, who knows? You really can't see it that well anymore after you're done with that. But it's okay. That loop should be secured because we're going to go up one more time. And then we're going to put a little pearl on there. And as I said, guys, this is just winging it, trying to get the end to look good. And I'm not too worried about things right now, how they look at the end. Put a little pearl on there. Okay, and now I'm just going to wrap that around a couple of times. And there we go. Into that. Pull that pearl down. I'm going to go around it again. And I'm going into the next one. And I'm going around it again. However you want to do this, though, that's totally up to you. I'm going into the next one. As long as you get that head pin in there. Actually, I'm not using head pins because of the bottom of the head pin. It might be a little bit too sharp. I don't want to damage my my thread here. Okay, and now I can go up in through the second bicone. Seed bead bicone. So just wing it. Just get that head pin really secured in there. Pearl will help. And I'm going to in the first one again. And you can use a couple of different threads if you want to for this. If one thread is not long enough. I'm just going to do that again. I'm going to go that way. I'm going to do that again. And I'm going up one more. think I'll just leave it right there. I'm going to pick up another thread because it will give me the opportunity to tie my threads together. Nobody's going to see this. I'm going to just add a bead cap that's about that big, and then nobody will see what you did there. All that's important is that you know that it's tight and secure. Okay. So, wing it, guys. And when it's tight and secure, make sure that, oh, that doesn't work anymore. Let's just go around there then. And go into that one. Let me see, that one comes out of this one. So let me go in the other direction. There. And I'm just gonna go underneath them because it doesn't matter. And I'm just gonna take this one that came out of there, knot them up. Just make sure that whatever you do, all 4 threads are knotted up somewhere, some way, and that you worked away your thread, okay? So, I'm going to go in here again, and I'm just going to work that thread away. The thing you can also do is go underneath your threads or in your threads and just do that looping thing to tie your knots. Had to put that back on there. Now, this is my first thread I'm going to get rid of because a lot of threads are really annoying. So I'm going to go down. And down some more. I'm just going to try and do another couple of loops, preferably right through the middle of these threads. There. That's one. Nobody's going to see this part. Just make sure you don't go down too far, okay? Think like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be the max of what you're doing. And another loop. Okay, now I had it with this thread, so this is coming off. Oh, wait. Never cut where the knots are. Ever. Ever. Because you might cut through a knot. So I'm going to take that down. 2 more. Or 1 more. Two more. And cut that off. And that's my phone. Okay. I tied them all up. And it doesn't look pretty, I know. But if I put it down, it does seem pretty straight. So it looks good. Now we're going to add the beading cap on top of this. So, and this is going to come out. And you might want to put another pearl on there if you want to keep it in place. Or you can just, you know, put it in there like this. We'll see when we get there what looks better. Okay, well, I got both of my parts done. And the next step is to make that bead cap that goes over it. So for that I'm going to use Fireline. I'm going to use a 0.008. It's nice and thick, and it's going to be very stiff, and that's what I want for the bead cap to be. I want the bead cap to be really stiff. You can continue with the Ceylon thread if you want to, but it's not going to be stiff. You know, the bead cap will not be nice and tight and stiff. So, but you can also use Fireline 0.006. It's just not going to be as stiff as I want it to be. So I'm going to use the stiffest one I got, and that's the 0.008. I think there's 0.9 out there also, and I guess that would be even better. Okay, so right now we're going to do 2 arm spans wide of fire line, and then we're going to start the peyote stitch. I want to quickly show you how to do the peyote stitch so we can make a bead cap for our spiral. And it works like this. I'm going to use a delicate bead, a size 6, but you need to do this, of course, with the 11-0. I'm just going to do this with the bigger bead for demonstration's sake. So I'm going to set up with 6 delicate beads. I'm going to take that down, and then it's very simple. You're going to hold your piece. I'm going to pick up a delicate bead. You're going to skip the first bead and go into the second one. And then you get a little triangle like that. I'm going to do that again. We're going to skip that first bead, go into the second bead, and we're going to pull that. And you get like 2 triangles on top of each other. Now, for the bead cap, it's important you have an even amount of rows. I'm going to show you in a second that this is not an even amount of rows. This is 2 on top of each other plus 1. So you always have to turn it around to get to the end of here to get an even amount of rows. But let me show you something. I'm going to go pick it up again, go into the first one, because basically what I'm doing is putting beads in between. There. And another one. So, if the thread is down here, and this thread is up here, it's an even amount of rows. See? You got 1 row, and you get 2 rows. But we're going to do the 3rd row now. Turn that around. We're going to do the 3rd row now, and you have to go up and down for a whole new row. Okay, so that's 3rd row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's half of a 3rd row, and then we're going to complete that 3rd row for both of these lines. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you see that although I'm up here and the other one is down here, I don't have an even amount of rows. I got 3 rows. So we need to make the 4th row now, and what I do is I go like this. We're going to start with the 4th row, so that's what I do is I count like this. 4, 4, get these on this side, it's much easier. 4, and then I'm up here, I see I'm together, so I got to do 1 more 4, 4, 4, and 4. And now I got an even amount of rows again. Okay, so when I do the next one, I just count 5, 5, 5, and go back 5, 5, 5. Then I go 6, 6, 6, and back 6, 6, 6. So you know that now I have an even amount of rows. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I did 10 rows here. If all is correct, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did. And I'm going to show you how to close that up. Basically what you do is you zigzag from one side to another. So this needs to go, this needs to fit in here. That's what we need to do. So we're going to go from the up, the long thread, to this one. Then we're going to take the first one that sticks out on this side, and then we're going to grab the first one that sticks out on the other side again, and you're going to be pulling this all together as you go, because I'm just doing that so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to go grab the first one that sticks out on this side again, and then I'm going to grab the first one that sticks out on that side again, and then we got one more at the bottom on this side. Okay, so now we've closed that up, but it's not quite closed yet because this is still open. So we're going to go back in here, and I'm going to do 3, or all the way to the other side. That's possible too. And we're back on the top. There. Now that's closed up, and what the video, the link should be showing underneath. Right, the link should be showing now, but what the video is showing you is you're going to pick up one, and you're going to go into the next one, and that's why it's important you have an even amount. So this is what the video is going to be showing you. You're going to go up, and you're going to go down, and you're going to do the next one. You're going to go up in there, and you're going to go down, and you're going to go up, oh, without the bead, up, and you're going to be down, and you're going to go up, and you're going to go take that bead and go down, and if you wind up with an uneven amount of beads, these will be together, so that's why it's important you have an even amount of beads. The video will then next show you to go from one of the delicas with a seed bead in between to the next delica, and I want to show you, because the video has another step which I want you to do completely at the end. This is, and I'll close that up. You can see it better in the other video though. Now there's going to be a next step after this, and that step I will use to put the necklace in here, but I will not use it for the other side. I'm going to close this bead cap up on both sides, but only on one side I'm going to do what the video tells me to do. So the other side stays like this, because the necklace is pretty thick, and there's no way you can close that up and make it look decent. So that's what I wanted to tell you. That's the difference that that I made with bead caps. Okay, so click the link and it will show you how to completely end the bead cap, and then on the other side where your necklace has gone in, just do only this. Okay, that's it.